Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're here with Adrian at Adrian's Fish Room. I think this is part 4 of our tours.
Yeah, 4 or 5, I can't remember.
Yeah, it's been quite a few now. This room's absolutely amazing. There's so much for you guys to see today. Grab a drink. This is gonna be a long video, but it's gonna be well worth it. We're gonna get some really amazing shots and yeah, just whatever. Let's just start looking at fish.
Yeah, let's do it.
Or dead plants or whatever you want to do. Okay, where do you want to start?
Well, you can either do what we do normally or we can go the other way around, I guess.
Why don't we start, let's just do it in reverse.
Yep,
Why not?
we can do that. That's my Blix's japonica.
Oh,
It's floating. I put all my stuff that I find floating or I don't have the time to fix up.
Like a
Actually
little
just floating
nursery.
here. Yeah, it is a bit.
well, do you want to start?
Yeah, start over
we'll
there.
Start over that tank, I reckon. So I've always loved this tank and the fish in it just seem to keep getting bigger, bro.
Yeah, that's actually one of your red rainbows you gave me. Last one of
Wow.
I bred them. I've got 5 or 6 or 7 babies up there as well. But yeah, she's the last one.
So that's a girl?
I think so, yeah. Yeah, the boys get really dark red. She's always been that sort of bronzy colour.
Yeah.
And the Denison barbs, yeah, they keep getting bigger.
I love your Denison barbs. They
Yeah.
look so good
That's actually what I want to try to
spawn.
spawn in the 8-footer that I was talking about earlier on, which I'll talk about again, I'm sure.
So these are from India, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, so they're only bred by hormone injections. So it's a terrible process for them. But that particular fish has only been bred once or twice, known in captivity. And I don't think that it's impossible at all, especially because they've had a couple of successes. But if you think about it, if you replicate those conditions, which is exactly what they did. I think they did a study in one of the universities in the US, and they flew to an area where the Denison barb was. They took the sand, they took the water, they took the plants, they took it back to the US and did a university, I guess, study on that particular fish, and they bred it. So, you shouldn't have to go to that extent. But
So it's just finding out the natural
I
environment.
think so, trying to replicate it as closely as possible. And they breed in conjunction with filament barbs, which they are the species or the companion species to this fish. So, again, you'd want to put those guys in because I think that the hormones might, in the water might do something, but they spawn at the same time.
It might just be a trigger.
It definitely is, yeah. And they then spawn in succession. So the filament barbs first in the wild and then the Denison. So I think, without doubt, that's a trigger for these guys.
It just goes to show you there's so much we don't know about fish.
Yeah.
We just really don't know much.
Yeah. And these guys, so I bought them at $100 each. And I bought 12 of them at the time. And I actually had to pay it off at the at Old Aquariums Alive up on the Gold Coast. And Alan let me do that, which was really cool of him. But so they've been around for, well over 10 years.
These are over 10 years old
Yeah.
each.
Yep. So what's happened is that I've lost a few. I'm down to 8, I think, there at the moment. But the females, I can tell now, it wasn't until I think about, say, 7 or 8 years, that they got really fat like that. And I'm sure they're full of eggs, but the boys, for whatever reason, are just not interested in spawning. So we're missing something. So the 8-footer that I want to put on the other side, I actually want to set up with filament barbs and or mascara barbs like Lucas Pretz has got. Aren't they beautiful? He just bred them outdoors. I saw one of his videos.
Is that the one with the big net?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. So
Can I just take a moment to, have you seen that clip of his where he gets attacked by the wasp? Have you seen that?
I don't think I have, no.
You remember that clip? Mother stung me. Shit. You seen that?
No, I've got
I'll
to
show you
find that.
after.
Yeah, I've got to
Well,
find
maybe
that.
we'll try and find the clip.
Oh, fucking, ow! Motherfucker stung me. Shit.
Yeah, no, that's funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, he breeds them with those, those mascara barbs, which are beautiful. But I'm gonna try to replicate it as close as I can and see what happens. Just them in the 8-footer.
That'd be neat. Yeah, I'd love for you.
They're in there at the moment with at least 200 stir-bys.
I'm kind of jealous of how many of these you have because I just got some yesterday from my shop and I want to try and hear this. Hold on.
Yeah, I've got another 50 or 60 odd outside as well, I think, in my outdoor tub. Hey,
You
I've
got
got
50
an
or 60?
Yeah,
Wow.
I've got an idea. Why don't we grab some of the bug buffet that you brought down
Yeah.
and we'll do a feeding.
Yeah, let's do it.
Oh,
That's right.
you had one job.
Yeah, I know.
Really partial to it, and I love it over night time as well because they'll go down. Now these guys will probably come out, you know, even though it's daytime, and have a nibble. They'll get the smell going. But the barbs pick at it as well, and they'll run around with it. Like here, see, he's got it like a little soccer ball. He's just picked it up, the one up the back. He's probably chomping on it. But
It's amazing that a fish that probably doesn't eat like that sort of stuff
Yeah,
still goes for it.
yeah, they'll chase each other around, which is, you know, fun to watch.
Yeah.
Here the guys are coming out now. You see
Yeah.
them. It doesn't take them long, does it?
I want to make another one like this, but more actually geared to what they're supposed to eat
Yep.
because
Like more like a
meat one?
Meat one.
Yeah.
See, that would be really good. I feed this to all my plecos as well.
Yeah.
The L333s. Now they say they're carnivores. Well, they're not. They're omnivores like everything else. You know, I mean, even the vegetarians will eat, you know, a shrimp or a Daphne or something that's around there. So the meat ones, I mean, they'll start to come out. I get the whole floor will be covered with them. But notice the plecos are coming out too. There's one underneath that log there. So just that smell in the water, again, you know how we talk about we don't know, you know,
we don't know much about fish.
Their sense of smell is incredible because if you think of that, they're coming from way up there. That water has gone in there. It's gone down through the filter and come back up here. That takes a while. These guys were straight onto it. But I just love this every night. This is one of my favourite things to do is stand here. I just watch them.
Yeah.
Look at them coming out from behind there.
The other thing too that's cool about this tank, it's the eye level tank.
Yeah.
So you've got the perfect fish for the
Yeah.
tank where you actually sit and look at it. Like,
And I did, as you can tell, design the scape that way as well. If you look up, it's from the bottom at the back and it comes up and out a bit like a wave. And I've even got the fake rock in there and the waterfall at the top comes out as well. So I've actually got quite, you know, that's the normal flow for that tank, which, you know, I love.
so the waterfall's just up here. How's that going?
Yeah, really good. Yeah, no problems at all. I mean, I don't have a light above it, so I'm not really growing anything in it, but I have to get on a ladder to see it. So, you know, but I love the flow. It certainly does act like a little bio sort of, you know, filter thing there at the top.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
But the only thing I did to this tank was I cleaned the glass. I have got plecos in there now, which do most of the work. But there was, you know, the, what's that, bladderwort, you know, that stringy.
Oh, yeah, this stuff.
So, yeah, you'll see a bit of it hanging on there. So it was about, I don't know, it was like, let's say 2 foot, you know, long, probably, you know, say yay wide. And it was just up and it was just flowing like, and these guys used to go up and surf on it. But I just thought I can't leave that bladderwort in there and have you turn up and so, you know, but it's cleared that section up where that flow is just, you know, they love it. What I put in there, 3 or 4 pellets. Look how many there are coming out.
It's incredible.
And there's twice that many in there.
Shows you how good the food is.
Yeah, I wish I had more.
He's not gonna stop that. It was like the one thing.
Oh, one
I
job.
left my keys at home.
Oh, I love it. It's so good. Because I haven't got much on you. Check out my baby Acaras.
Oh wow,
So
they're
there's
so
90,
cute.
95.
Don't you wish the Icaras just stayed this size sometimes?
Yeah, I do. Wouldn't they be a nice little nano one at
Like a
that size?
dwarf. I guess you do get like the electric blue rams, but they're just so hard to keep
Or
alive.
the Borrelii we were talking about before.
Yeah, true. Yeah, they look similar.
So
These are awesome.
So there, there's 2 batches, which I've got a video on my channel breeding the electric blue Acaras, and I think the first batch and the second batch came from a neighbour who I did the tank rescue video for, but he couldn't raise them up and it was his first sort of spawn. So I've got the 2 batches there. So there's 95 total, I think, what I put in there. And then I had another batch of, you know, roughly 100 or more of my own, which I've got in another tank over there. And then you saw the babies just earlier on out there. So we'll siphon them out and I don't want them. I mean, I do, but I just, where am I going to do with them?
Yeah.
I've got, you know, that'd be like 300 odd.
Do you reckon you can
Acaras.
sell these to the shop?
Yeah, man, I'd love to. Yeah, I'd love to be able to get these out through your, you know, through your store, and people can come and actually buy some of my fish. That'd be very cool.
Yeah, cool. All right, we'll probably try and do that. We're going to try and find a few things here that you got.
Yeah, sweet.
And then, hopefully by the time this video is up, we've got got the fish in stock for you.
Yeah, well, I'll bring them up to the shop and we can do a video about that too, if you like.
Yeah, cool. What's this plant?
Stricter, blue stricter.
That's blue stricter.
Yep.
Super easy to grow, is it?
Really hard.
It's really hard.
I can grow a reasonable amount of plants, but that is almost one of the only ones I've got of it. I think there's some in this Adolphoid tank behind us, but it's no, really difficult. It might just be my water. So that's not an aquascaped or that's not a planted.
It's like a bit of a nursery.
It's just a nursery, and I've just put the plants that I've got extra in here. And including that massive big bulbitis, which I took out of a Kmart tank last night. I've, for whatever reason, the bulbitis loves the water here.
Maybe it's just because you got that really soft water. Mm-hmm. Do you think?
Possibly, yeah.
Like these plants maybe prefer soft water.
It just grows so well, and I put something in, and I'll go, I'll pull that out, and I can break it into 3 really beautiful chunks, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's the Acaras.
Yep.
That's on a standalone 2 system, so it's not on the sump, which I've got issues with that sump being a Franken sump, as you know. Look at this gap in the...
I know, it's just getting worse and worse every time I come.
So I've got a plan to move that on soon enough. But those guys, I just do a direct water change. As you know, I just turn on the manifold over there, and I put the manifold on over there, and then it just runs out, and it goes into this tank as well. Now, both of those tanks then run back through the sump, so it's sort of not going to the waste. But this tank, did you see... I don't know what video I put it in, but I was amazed that I actually got the oh, there's another blue stricter. Sorry, distracted.
Yeah.
That I got
really good in
the
that
red
tank.
lotus to flower.
It looks so... I didn't see the flower.
It's I've got it. I'm sure I've got it on my Instagram as well, but I'll let you know what video it was.
Dude,
but
I have to say compliments to the chef on this tank. I've been wanting to set up something like this at home for so long.
Oh yeah.
And I finally have something to model off of because...
Nice.
I love how you've done it with the floodlight and like this is why I like that jungly look with the lotus.
Yep. Well, mate, to watch it flower, and I couldn't work out what I'd done.
Yeah.
And then I think I've actually worked it out. So I've got red lotus in a couple of tanks.
Yep.
But what happened was my blue light in the roof that sort of does the whole fish room, it died. You know, I hadn't replaced it. So I've been using the light over here on my shrimp tank, and I had it like that, so it was over the room, right? Now, this is the closest tank to it, and then I came down one day and there was the bulb was above the water. I hadn't noticed it till then. And then I thought, okay, it'll open soon. That day, nothing. Next day, nothing. It was shut. And I've gone, okay. And the lights are all on timers. So what I did is I came down one morning for whatever reason before the timer had turned the light on, and it was flowered. It was fully open and flowered. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's a nocturnal flowering lily.
Oh.
So what happens is this plant, it's looking for the moonlight to be able to produce the flower to open in the moonlight.
So the blue light.
So the blue light, I'm almost certain of it. I've been, pontificating over this for a long time. That blue light was essentially moonlight, which that lotus then went, I'm going to flower. And I don't fertilize any of the tanks. Occasionally, when I set one up, and I may have put one of the aqua, actually these ones from Bunnings. Yep, one of these ones.
Yeah,
so like you can see how long I've had that. I've maybe used 2 of them. So that one there, I might have put it in there. I don't remember if I did or I didn't.
They don't last very long, I've noticed, but they do work.
I just forget it. I mean, I just don't need it. I've never actually had to do it. Whether I did or I didn't, I don't remember. But at the same time, it wouldn't hurt to put one in, I'm sure. But I reckon the blue light of a night time is the key to getting those things to flower. And I'll send you some footage of the flower so you can add it into maybe some B-roll. Yeah. But it is, I was stoked, as you can tell. I was really chuffed.
And I think that, you've just got Mickey Mouse platies in here, right?
Yeah. Look, there's a heap in there, but they hide behind. Unfortunately, I've got this fake rock wall which they love to hide behind, so they'll come out when I feed. But there's a heap of babies you'll see down the bottom as well.
Yeah. I was going to say that the crypts and the lotus match really well.
Yeah.
They match really, really well.
Yeah, I like that. The size that this crypt has gotten. Check these guys out now.
Wow.
Is that cool? Is that cool?
So you bred all of them?
Yep.
Was it just did they breed in here, or did you purposely breed them?
I have purposely bred them a few times, but so Oh, look, I'd say I started with 12. And then when I got to, I deliberately bred as many as I could to maybe get to 50 odd. But after that, they were just self-propagating, really. Like they don't spawn often in this tank, unless I do things like a really good, cold water change and throw some Indian almond leaves in, that sort of stuff. But I don't want them to. It's like, even when they do, I just let them go. The barbs will eat the eggs. So will I've only had plecos in there for about 6 months. So, the rainbows used to pick at the eggs, and, I might have 200 eggs or something on there, which is usually the albinos. And I might pull 10 off, I just don't need that many cories. You'll see the last time I did that, I got 40, 50, 60, whatever I've got outside. And then as soon as they were old enough, they bred in that tank, and I got another 20 out of them, So I don't need more stir buys. Like if I had, somewhere to sell them and that sort of stuff, I know I could probably just pump them out each month,
Yeah, sell them right shop.
Yeah. See, once I take those barbs out of there, I'm still going to leave the stir buys in there, and I'll put some sort of nano fish in.
See if they start.
Yeah, and they'll go back again, I'm sure.
Yeah. Cool. Well, we got little bedders here.
Yep. And you've also got a little secret tank down there, which is, I'll move that ladder out the way. I'll just slide
Sorry,
inside.
just gotta bear with me. My knee's a bit still.
Yep. Yeah, I watched that video.
Yeah, suck, dude. But these are the Borellis in here. Borrelia.
Yeah, so there'll be one boy and I think 4 girls. It's like my spare tank. And I'm going to get them out of there soon enough. I'm going to sort of make that tank obsolete and put buckets down there.
Yeah.
I might even sell that pair, or maybe a trio. I think I like epistogrammas to sort of pair up themselves, because I think they're a much stronger bond as parents. So if you have 2 or 3 girls with one boy, then once he chooses the girl, then you can pull those guys out. So I like to sort of move them on as trios, really, and they won't.
So the one you gave me, because you gave me a pair of these, were they bonded?
Yep.
Before, so they'd already bred before you gave them to me.
No, they just paired up. Yep. So you'll find the boy, let's say he's in the back corner, there'll be a girl that's really close to him.
Yeah.
The other girls will be at the other side of the tank, all hiding in their spots. So the trick is then to catch her first, because you can always tell who he is, but once she mixes with the other girls, and that's the hardest bit. But usually I'd drain the tank down by half and then leave it a day, so they go back to being used to being in half the amount of water. And then when they're paired up, I'd actually just have a quite a large net.
She has babies.
Has she got babies there now?
Yeah, you got babies.
There you go. I think you did that once to me before, found babies that I had somewhere.
Wow.
So yeah,
how exciting!
It is exciting, yeah. So for example, if I now wanted to move those to another tank, I would grab her out, wait till they get a bit older, maybe even siphon the babies out. But I would grab her out, so I know that that's his preferred girl.
Yeah. That's awesome.
I can't wait to see that footage. I haven't seen them.
Yeah.
All right.
So we'll go to this tank.
Yeah.
So how do you grow Bucephalandra so well?
Yeah, I don't know. I wish I could tell you.
Do you do anything special in this tank?
Look,
There's a flower there too.
Yeah, they flower all the time. So I don't put any CO2 in unless I decide to tip some soda water in. I haven't done that for, 6 months, 8 months.
Wow.
Yeah, so I don't use CO2, but, I have done. It doesn't really make any difference. If I had to say a tip or a trick, is that I mimic what Ross does down at Aquariums, RC Aquariums, and he does massive water changes on his plant tanks, and it's sort of almost counterintuitive, because you're putting fresh, clean water in with not many nutrients in it, and then you've got the the alternative view where they're better off in a tank with lots of biomaterials and matter and fish poop and all the rest of it. So I'm leaning towards Ross's version, because there's no fish in that tank whatsoever, and maybe 20 orange shrimp, maybe.
Yeah.
And I do water changes at least once a week, but if I see it even starting to get a little bit yellow, I'll just take, half of it out, quarter of it out, and I'll put fresh water back in. So
do you reckon that you have more success because it's a nano tank, because it's easier to do water changes?
Yeah. Although I've got, like, so what I did with some of the boost is I stuck it onto some lava rock. I can't remember what scape it was in. And then I put it into my guppy tank. Completely forgot it. It was completely covered in duckweed. It was just the sump water. It was, you know, there was nothing special done to it. And then hardly any light. And I took it out for the black ghost knife tank that I've just made. And it looks amazing. It's like, it's so, I think certainly, you know, I think the water parameters are important. Having said that, it hasn't gone the size that has. It's still maybe half that size. So I think I'm leaning again, as I say, towards the cleaner water, better water changes, and better quality of water, I think, is the better quality of plants. And I can't grow that mini Java in there, which is really beautiful. So I can only grow it in there. I can't grow it anywhere else. It doesn't like dirty water, if you want to put it into those terms. So it's the only tank I'm able to grow that.
I love the mini Java though.
It's nice, isn't it? Yeah, it never gets any bigger than that either.
Wow.
And that's another moss. There's like
it's like
moss. It's a small sort of furry moss.
I think it's called, it's not Phycedens, is it?
I'm not sure. Maybe. Yeah, that's one I'm not 100% sure. Again, I got that from Ross, and it's the clean tank type thing.
It's the Swasitang.
Tank. I just use that to fill holes, basically, the voids. You know, there's
grows so well in your water.
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
I can't kill it. Yeah. I mean,
Can you give me some of that for sure?
Yeah. I put a golf ball size in, and it turns out soccer ball size. You know,
incredible.
In no time, it grows really quick. And this is these are the 2 beta tanks. I did a video on setting these ones up as well.
How'd the videos go?
Yeah, pretty good. I think they. I think it. You know, I don't have a huge channel, as you know, but I think everyone that watched it commented really liked it.
Yeah.
It's probably the smallest tank I'd put a beta in. I still probably think it's a bit small, but I mean, it's better than the jails that, you know, the small ones. In fact, we missed those 2 up there, which I'll show you. But these are all babies that I bred, and I wanted this tank in particular. If you look at it from where you are, that whole section there. In fact, what I might do is I'm just going to shut this door.
Yeah, it might help actually.
Because it'll fix that glare.
Yeah.
But I wanted this to appear like one sort of rock formation in there. So I see it from this angle and this angle. But the reality is, when you look at it from that, I wanted it to sort of blend. And I used plants and sort of, again, bonsai style is to keep them off center and never have 3 plants in a row and different sizes, and I explain all that in there as well. And then I just do a biofilter in here. So this came with a pump, and I've just left the slide filter in that one. I stuck another filter pad in there, and there's another filter pad like this one at the back. Where it goes into here though, I've just got an airlift tube. So it's run totally on air, so no power, and it just pumps the air comes up 90 degrees and comes out, and then flows through here, flows back through here. So it's a biofilter, and I've filled that with biomedia, and then I love the spider plants.
I love it too.
They're just really simple to make look, you know, natural and neat pretty quickly, and they don't have a massive root structure, which means you can actually, you know, pull them out and replace them. You know, if you need to pull that filter apart there, it's really quite simple. Rip that out. The plant's not going to care, and stick it back in when it's done. It looks like it's been there forever. So they're my babies. I bred those ones. This is another one, another beta tank or a beta bowl that I did. I wanted it to be like a step down in a riverbed, and just having it come down like this from this angle. Yeah. And I wanted to, you know, just sort of fill it up with something that looked, I guess, fill the voids here, but left this swim space here. And again, something growing at the top, like all my tanks. That's Ludwigia, yep. And I got some bulbitis in there as well. But
I love this. I kind of want something like this for my desk.
Yeah. Look, it's my favourite, and how I look at it from this angle, and I'll swap you sides if you look straight back that way. It's designed to go this way, up this way, and out this way, to make you think that, I wonder what's around that bend. And then, of course, if you look at it from this angle as well, it's the same thing of, well, what's around that side, you know? So I put a lot of thought into it, probably too much, some people would say. But it is my favourite tank, or one of, certainly the beta tanks. And I got, this is Blixa japonica. just wanted to tell you that because I like to say Blixa japonica.
Why?
It's just my favourite plant word.
It makes you sound smart.
Unless it's a terrestrial plant, which is a liquid amber styraciflua, is the other one I like. But underwater,
easy to grow?
Blixa japonica. You know, people play drinking games when I say the word subwasatine.
Really?
They have a shot. They sit around.
Would you want to take any guess at what people do that with mine?
No.
Bug buffet.
There
Every
you
time
go.
Nick says
How
bug
good's
buffet.
that?
Yeah.
These are my little bio tanks that I made up. This is the original version of the jail cells in here. So what I've done is I cut down the glass, I cut down the back here, and I make the 3 jail cells into one larger jail cell, I guess.
A jail puddle.
A jail puddle. And then what I've done is the same as the airlift filter on all the other tanks. Is I've just got it running through as a biofilter through each of the back compartments and coming out here driven by air. So this is Splash. She's quite old.
Yeah, I remember Splash.
Yeah, so she got a thing on the side there, but you know, I don't do anything.
I think, for as popular as betters are, they're still underrated. They could be so much more popular. They're like aqua puppies.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you think about it, they're like, what, $40 for a micro predator like that looks like that.
And look at how interested they are in what's going on. That's her daughter.
Yeah.
And that's Black Eyes there. I'm really good at naming fish, by the way.
Yeah, that's a really cool fish, actually.
She's beautiful.
Black and white koi or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, how you describe her really, but her tail is.
She's not a
beautiful.
koi, but she's got that like that gene.
And this profile, I didn't deliberately put into it. It's actually just
It's just done
positioned
that,
itself
wow.
into there. So yeah, I'm going to do another video actually on just how I set these up, and that's I think again, the smallest tank I'd sort of want to keep a beta.
Yeah,
really.
but you know, I think this is definitely the bare minimum. But they're still really happy and responsive. Like Splash is such a cute girl.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's been a really awesome beta. Okay.
What's going on up here too?
Oh yeah, this is a nice tank actually. I forgot about this one. So I've got gold laser glories that I bred.
Oh, nice.
So I don't know how many, 15 maybe more. But I did a Corridora breeding video, and then I rescaped their tank, did the water change, and I came down the next morning and they spawned, and that was the first time in ages. So, and then I've got a beta in there as well. This is, I think that's Blue Eyes up there. Again, I told you, like it's a gift. It's a gift I've got that I can name fish. It's just amazing. So, yeah, she's quite, again, personable. She'll come, you know, like to have fish come to you. I think it's just amazing, you know. And you'll see with the pseudotropes around there. I've got more angel babies in there and more acaras. I just mixed them together.
Oh yeah, you do. You have like a little fry there.
Yeah,
Wow.
they've come out of the 8-footer 2 or 3 days ago, which you saw again. We've got a spawn in there now.
Yeah.
So they're doing well in there. It looks a bit murky because I put green water in for them every day.
Yeah.
So I put a cup of that in. That again.
That feeds them, hey.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't have baby brine shrimp at the moment, so and that one I'm just setting up for the same purpose. If I were to pull those guys out, they could possibly go up there, but I don't need any more babies. Like you'll see, I've still got another heap of them around here as well. Oh, that's Mr. Tran. Can you see his name down there? So I'm really good at naming statues too.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a gift. I mean, I've got to tell you. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. That was my beer, or was that yours?
That's yours, that one.
All right. That's my first beer for anyone that's counting. A Pistogramma Borellii tank.
Now, these are the ones that I've got a pair of, and that guy looks exactly like the one that I've got.
Aren't they beautiful?
They're one of the coolest pistos I've ever had.
Yeah. Again, just like the Pseudotropheus, the boys are blue and the girls are yellow. I mean, that to me is just amazing.
I know, but she only goes yellow when she's about to breed.
Yeah.
And then they go to like this other color.
Yep, and you see the other boy up here. He's the beta at the moment because obviously if that other dude's ready to breed. So I got 2 boys in there and I think 4 girls.
It's so interesting, like because I've been breeding them too. Watching the behavior between the males and females.
Yes.
Like you see like the female go different colors based on her like mood, and that's how they talk to each other.
Yeah, absolutely. They their behaviour is actually really interesting when they are in that spawning mode, and you can. It's just what you said there. See how she's a different colour.
Yeah, you can see like
in the
all
middle.
of them.
She's got the stripes and the darker one, and then look how gold this one is as well. So
That one's pretty ready to breed then.
yeah, you probably find the 2 girls. Those 2 girls are trying to court the male, or vice versa.
Yeah.
And the other one's just not having it.
Oh, look at that.
There
Some
you
cool
go.
behavior there, yeah. No,
But
I don't
again,
know. People.
that behaviour. If you like when you sit and watch your tank and you realise that the females interact with each other, then the males interact, and I've got Cories, which I've just dropped that in there. They're normally pretty. I've just done a water change on that last night, but they're bronze Venezuelans, so they will come out. There's one up there now. They'll start to smell that stuff.
Oh yeah, orange Venezuelan.
Yeah, that's it, the orange Venezuelans. So there's about 9 or more in there. I think they're the babies actually that I bred.
Yeah, I just think that I'm going to try and focus more on these Epistos because they're pretty underrated, I feel like, as a fish. Like,
Well, like you said, micro predator, the same as the betas. Those guys are, you put black worms, any live, mosquito larvae, they'll hunt it all over the tank. And I don't just drop it in one spot, I'll spread it right over the tank, so they've actually got to go and look for it.
are you still making lots of mosquito larvae?
Yeah, yep. I'll show you a bucket out the back, just leaves in it, water, shady position.
Do you just do one?
I've got a couple. I think I've got 2 going, but yeah, it's not hard. It's such an easy food and free, of course, as well. I genuinely think though it cuts down the mosquito population because you're just harvesting from them, at every chance you get.
There's one of the Cories while we
Very
can see
cool.
them.
I love the colours. They're really orange, those guys.
Nice. And then this tank, the
yes.
bridge, it's formed.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the Sawasatang bridge I was trying to grow. You can see the log that's in there.
Is it pearly?
It is, yeah. So I did a water change last night,
Yeah.
and the Sawasatang loves it. You probably won't see a whole heap in there until we feed. There's sparklings, actually 8 sparkling gouramis in there, and I've got 6 babies in this tank over here, and 1 maculatus rasbora.
Oh, is that the same one as last time?
Yes, yeah, he's still alive. Let's see if I can see the. They do come out when I feed.
Do you hear them croaking ever?
It's too noisy in here, really, to with the air going and all the fan.
You never hear that.
No, I've never heard these guys.
Because people apparently they keep them in their room and then they hear the
Yeah.
it's like a click noise.
There's one way I can do this on.
I don't think I do.
All off the speaker.
Yep.
We're up to 400. There's one there, sparkling gourami. See?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's the tank they bred in originally, and I have seen them. They've had 2 spawns in there because I've got 2 different sized babies out of there, but they haven't done it again for a while. I think if I were to put some, some almond leaves or something in there and drop the pH and get them going, I think was probably the trigger last time.
Yeah, I think just lower pH.
Yeah.
Even if you just stopped all the movement in there.
Yeah,
too,
totally.
like,
Yeah, turn the air off. Yeah.
Yeah. And then the needle leaf Java fern.
Yep. Yeah, I call it fin leaf Java. Yeah, it grows really well in the water here. In fact, this is the crown Java fern there as well?
Yeah, that's the trident. No, I don't know what it's.
Yeah, I think
No,
it's
crested,
like that.
crested.
There you go. Here's the Cories out here too. Look.
Nice.
Actually,
Yeah,
I'll
we'll
shut that door, huh?
We'll redo this tank anyway. It's just going to be audio, just like a little bit. But yeah, very cool tank.
Yeah, so I'm really stoked that I'm growing that one. That was actually Matt Duffy gave me that, the first batch of it. No, that was
Of
just
the trident.
Yeah, that was just a tiny little one I pulled out, and it's grown beautifully. I love the way it grows like a bush.
It kind of grows, like very, shrubby
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a way.
and everything else in there does really well.
Yeah, those really are really cool. Here they come. Yeah, you can see that orange.
Yeah, nice, huh?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm happy with those guys. And then my outdoor tank, which we'll see shortly, I'm actually going to put back in here. I was thinking, or I might do 4 2-footers.
Yeah, because you used
in
to have
here.
the nursery or
That's
whatever it was
right.
called here.
Yep. So I was thinking maybe just some 2-footers end on end, so I could actually do the same thing. But then I don't have to move them out of the tank, because the fry rack's great, but then I've got to put them somewhere, and then for me, it's just much easier if I can do a group of whatever babies I'm doing and then grow them out in there and then just move them on and sell them. So redoing that section. I guess we might even do the...
This has always been probably one of my favorite parts of your fish room.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's one of my favorite tanks too.
I love this tank.
Yeah, everyone's happy.
How old are these angels at this point?
Yeah, there's a few old ones in there,
They're
isn't
monsters.
there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so healthy and happy. Like,
Yeah.
look at that boy.
Look at the size. You look at the size of this dude.
Bro.
Isn't he impressive? He's the dad of the last 2 batches of angels. So he paired up with one of the leopards. So in fact, they're a throuple. So there's 2 boys and him that used to tend to the eggs and the babies, which was so cool to watch. And they'd actually kept the 3 of them kept all the other fish away. So better than 2 of them. So they've been brilliant. But I've got at least 3 pairs of Acaras in this. So there's 8 Acaras and they're 2 spare males. This is one of the spare males. But they, I think that's the second. Oh no, he's.
They're so responsive to you. Like they know your food.
Oh yeah. Yeah, these guys, I think as far as any fish goes, but these guys in particular are really personable, the Acaras. They're, yeah, there's a few bubbies
so
there,
cool. Wow.
And you want to take those ones?
Yeah, as many as I can. I'll just get the air hose and try and suck up some.
Yeah.
Do you want to try and do it now?
Yeah. Let me just get up.
Because, remember last time by the end of the video they'd eaten them already or something stupid like that?
Yeah, it does tend to happen. The Adolphois are the ones that come in like a wolf pack.
Really?
And they'll come in like here they are. So just as
little
I'm talking
cunts, huh?
So they'll come in.
I can't say.
So 2 of them will come in, and the 2 parents will chase the 2 of them, and then the other 3 will come in and smash the babies.
Yeah.
They actually have a plan about how to eat those babies. They go, righto, you and you go and get them, go and get the parents, and the other 3 will take the turns and smash them. It's crazy.
Wow.
Let me grab the hose.
And then the crinums look great as well. The swords along the floor. And then the top, that always is a cool element. The waterfall as well.
Yeah, the waterfall. That's
Look at
attached to the
these peace
canister
lilies.
filter underneath.
Monsters.
Yeah. I don't even remember putting that in there, really. That goes with a lot of the stuff I do, though.
Oh, we're going to do it like this?
Mm-hmm.
All right. They're going to Wet and Wild.
Yeah, they're not going to be happy. The mum and dad.
All right.
They know it's the only... I do it often. They know it's the time that... I usually leave a few for them. Still a lot in there. Oh! I'll show you how to fix that. I've done that before. I'll leave those ones in there for them.
Yeah. Wow, though.
Okay. And
They
then...
look their best right now, huh?
Yeah. Let's make sure there's nothing else in there.
Look at them all swimming around. Whee! Poor guys. They'll be all right, though.
And then... I might just use this. I'll show you. If there's any in here. None that I can see. They usually come up on top of the white paper.
Well, good sign then.
But I will double check. Brutus will get some too.
None.
No, there must have been one. I just had the water in there, thankfully.
Cool.
All right, that's good. Have a look. There's a few in there.
So they can come home with me.
They can come home with you, yep.
Cool. Hopefully I can keep them alive till I get home.
I'm sure you will. Have you got a...
I've got somewhere for them.
Yeah. What I'll do is I'll drop some Sarosatang now. I love that magnet clip.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, it's so good just to know where my stuff is.
Where'd you buy it?
Just Temu. Cheap
Temu?
stuff. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, like $3 or whatever it is.
For a magnet clip.
Yeah, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get one of these cups. Have a drink.
Yep.
I've got...
Guys, we haven't even got to this part of the room
No,
yet.
I know. So...
Also, what's up with this blue light? Is this the moon as well?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going to give you some of this stuff because it has come, you know, how it bulbs up so well.
just to act as food for the day.
Yeah, and we'll put some air on them as well.
Bro, can I buy a bunch of that off you for the shop?
See, look at that. Isn't it just amazing? Yep. So, make sure there's no shrimp on it. It doesn't really matter. You've got so many shrimp. How did your shrimp look when you did that?
I know.
That video of that, I was like, oh man. Do you reckon that's the do you reckon that's the banana leaves? But you didn't have banana leaves in that tank though, did you?
I did put them in there once though.
Yeah. Well, that at your shop, as you go in the back room, that banana leaf tank, I've never seen so many shrimp at that day. And then you did that vlog, and I was like, oh, look at that, and that was so red, dude. That was awesome.
It's crazy.
Okay, so
I reckon my tap water has just got something for them. I don't know what it is.
yeah, I agree. Water conditions are huge. So I'm gonna drop these in here.
Yep.
Now I know we're sort of interrupting the video, but
No, who cares? So someone's probably got this on in the background. They're not even listening.
I'm going to grab this. You may as well follow me out and see this one as well. So this is why I just get distracted. When shit has to happen in the fish room, you just got to do it. Otherwise, if we don't do that, they'll be dead by this afternoon. And
Exactly.
then, it's the waste of the life and the opportunity.
Oh, Zig.
Sheriff.
And Brutus is... Dude, Brutus is clanky. He just keeps tackling me.
So this is my green water pond at the moment.
Yes.
I didn't do anything with it. It just naturally went that way. I've got so much pothos in there. If you want pothos, you can have as much as that as
No, I'm good, dude. I don't need any of that anymore.
Yeah, but basically that is what will sustain these guys, be it like immediately they're going to eat straight away.
Yeah.
So this will give them some food in their belly, some good bacteria, and every single good particle in there that's green is a single cell microorganism. Everything that you see is green we think is just dirty water. It's actually food particles all through the water. So
you can imagine that's how stuff gets into these like streams and stuff. It's the puddles that wash in.
Yeah, yeah.
With all this abundance of food.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, if you've got a dry riverbed and you've got just one puddle that's completely green water and it fills up and the river starts to flow again, even if it's slow, that's when the fish go, okay, there's food for babies.
Yeah.
Let's spawn. The water's here, rains are here, food's here. It's the perfect combination.
People forget that food is a trigger for fish breeding.
Yeah, yeah.
Like if you want to, say something's not breeding, just tip a cup of green water in there.
Yeah, 100%.
Like even maybe with plecos that might work.
Can you imagine how many people would see that tank or that tub and go, that's just disgusting.
Yeah.
I don't even, I'm going to make that into different, all my ponds
the tub,
out there.
with green water, with my guppies, the best guppies I've seen in my life.
Yeah, I agree.
Health-wise.
Yeah, it's essential. It really is. It's just, it's as good to start them off as baby brine shrimp is. You get extra from that, So I love having a drawer that I can actually got all my shit in now. I can hide everything in here, and I've usually got stuff set up. Just see how long that one is. Yeah, that'll do. And
massive diversion now, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, how to save babies.
Another Temu purchase here.
Which one?
Temu.
Yeah, yeah. All right, here we go. And you just want, that's too much.
Perfect.
That's it about there. So that's exactly what I do to them. And I would leave them there for a week or 2 weeks, no problems. I literally just got the last bucket off the floor last night, and now I've got another one on this morning. But that's how I grow them. And each day I'll put a cup of green water in the morning and a cup of green water at night until the bucket's roughly full. And then I know they're probably old enough to go into a tank. This is Brutus. Aren't you beautiful? Brutus. Yeah, you're a beautiful boy. So, and he drinks out of there. No, that's what he's coming over for. No, he can't drink out of them. He tried to drink the angels last time. So, anyway, distraction over. I might just turn that down just a whisker more. No, mate. Even the dogs love green water. It's crazy, huh?
You should start drinking a cup of it at the start of your videos.
Yeah, not me, no. No, I don't love it that much. My bucket out there is that one right there used to be my green water thing until that tub went that way. Okay, I'll shut the door and we'll get back to the video, back to the scheduled programming. Come on, Zig, come inside. It's too hot out there for you. Come here, boy. Attaboy. Hello, dogs.
Okay. So, how did you get the branches in here too?
So, I think the best way to do it, so I like to blend the top of the tank and the bottom of the tank, as you know, it's just, I don't know, I'm OCD about it.
Yeah.
So I've got to try to make it the whole thing. So the easiest way for me is the light bar. So I'm not stuck then having to try to cut timber to suit either the substrate and then jam it in, which some of them are, or some of them are just squished in and held with rocks. I actually just prefer to get the longer ones. I just cable tie them to the light bar, and then you do have that effect of going up. So again, it looks more natural because, you know, that's how they come out of the water type thing. Instead of just having this natural, this is natural, you know.
Yeah.
So,
So
and others,
let them come up.
yeah,
Maybe I should get a few more. Yeah, for mine.
yeah, I've got tons of sticks and like straight stuff down there on a pile I dry out as well. But pretty much everything breeds in here. I know I've said it before, but I'm going to take you through it again because it still amazes me with some of the stuff. But so I had, I don't know how many, a few lemon tetras in here. They're bred and keep breeding, and they breed really well in here. So what I have got though is in every single tank a lemon tetra. So I've got a lemon tetra in here. It will come out, and you see I've also got a black line, Brazilian black line tetra in here as well.
Oh yeah, you do.
So these are the parents in here.
Oh yeah, the lemon tetra's there too.
Yep, these are the parents at the back there. There was 6, there's 3 now. So that's 4, and I've got 6 in here. So these ones I bred and put in there.
Yeah.
But what's happening is when the eggs come through and from this system, and I reckon they come through I worked this out because it was driving me insane. It goes through the flow and into the sump. Now the egg cannot get through the media. It's just impossible. So what's had to happen is they're bred, most likely if I've done a couple of water changes in a row, and then the egg has gone, this is a flow through system. So when I overflow it, it just flows straight outside, but it goes over the baffles. So the eggs come down and it's gone over the top of all the media in the baffles, got down into the actual pump. Now it's survived going through the pump somehow, and then it comes out into here or here or here. Now there's 6 lemon tetras in there, and I didn't put any in there, not one. So I've got, for whatever reason, that must be the main flow where the eggs have been deposited as they come out. Crazy though, isn't it? And look at the color of them. They're beautiful.
Yeah. Maybe I should try and breed some lemon tetras. They might be easier.
They're a great fish.
Yeah, they are. And tetras are like related to piranhas, right? Kind of.
Yeah, well, the piranha is a large
It's a
tetra,
tetra.
yeah.
Yeah.
I wish we could have them here.
I know. What would you feed a piranha?
Yeah.
They eat stuff like, if you threw like a bit of meat in there.
Any meat, basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But you'd feed them, fish, and
Yeah.
frozen fish, I guess. I want to make these tanks all tetra breeding tanks because they breed so well in here. And
It's a bamboo shrimp.
yeah,
How do you get them to do the...
3 in there. Usually, something that breaks up like bug buffet at the top.
Yeah.
And as it comes down, then you'll find them on the log. So I've got the flow coming down over the logs. They like to sit in the flow,
Yeah.
and then you'll see them up there doing their little crabby claws. But he'll still be doing it down there, most likely. You just see it's just going down.
Yeah.
There's a few in there. I think we've got 3.
I love the white line or cream line over the
Yeah,
top.
that one's the smallest. The other one would be twice the size, and then another one probably midway in between as well.
And the blue dream shrimp.
Yeah, so that's the Blue Dream tank, or just blue tank, as far as that's concerned. And then I found shrimp in every single tank as well.
Yeah.
Now they can't go through, they don't do it the overflow way and then go through the sump. They couldn't make it. So what I've worked out is that either when I've done a water change and I've been flushing through duckweed, I like to just wash it down. They've got into the outlet and stayed in there, and then crawled up the other outlet and got into these tanks. So I've got shrimp in this tank, shrimp in this tank, shrimp in this tank, none in the Gadias. They smash them if they go in there. And I don't think I've got any in here. So yeah, but they're somehow getting around, and I've got blacks and blues everywhere, so that's good. I've got a heap of peps. I'll bring some of these guys up for you as well.
please.
Like, they're not out now, of course, during the day, but there's 100 odd babies or more in there.
These guys like the green.
They do. Yeah, I'll stick some out because they will come out. They're not shy.
I see you've gotten rid of your infestation here of trumpet snails.
They're hiding. Again, that's the reason I got to break that tank down. I was going to do it before you got here, but then I'd have a tub full of peppermints, and I don't want more tubs on the floor, so I thought I'd just do the whole thing, rescape it, and then get them out, and then take them, to wherever I was going to sell them. But these guys are not shy, so they probably will come out. The L333s won't. The 397s might. Again, I don't do much to the tank just because, I don't. If it ain't broke, don't fix it type thing.
Yeah.
And again, maybe 50 babies in that one. I got maybe 20 babies in this one of the L333s.
Yeah.
I might stick. Some of the babies might come out. I got black tetra.
Have they spawned again for you ever?
Yep. Yeah. I've had 3 or 4 generations there now.
When was the last time they bred?
By the looks of the babies, I'd say 6 or 8 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They're approaching an inch, maybe. So they're the normal black tetras. I've got some gold spotted black tetras over there, which I'm trying to breed, and I was unsuccessful last time, so I'm going to give that another crack.
There. If you have any of these for sale, I'll buy them too.
Yeah, cool. I'm probably going to build the colony up a little bit, but I'll if I've got any for sure. Yeah, they're cute, those guys.
Very.
Here's one of the 397s is coming out. One of the big ones.
How's the breeding going with these? I can see there's
Yeah, no, they don't stop. There's always a baby or two around. I picked a whole heap off last time and took them down to RC Aquariums with Ross because I wanted to get some shrimp from him. So I took them down and did the store credit, and I was stoked. I brought home some of his cool shrimp.
I always love the top.
Yeah, I did. I literally haven't touched it. I just didn't get time last night. I think it was 2 minutes to 12. I finished at midnight, obviously.
Wow.
Yeah, I love this, how it's growing out of here. Look at that's all I do.
I know.
I didn't plant the fern, by the way. It just turned up. And this here is dwarf hairgrass, the aquatic version.
And look, the lace ferns come up here too.
Yeah.
That's such a cool plant.
I really like that. And see, it's not in soil. I've just jammed the roots in between the glass and the rock. Zeke, off him.
I don't mind.
Brutus,
No, Brutus, you can't do it. You're too big.
Come on, Broody. Come and sit down, boy. Come on.
And the Goodeids are smashing out.
I still got heaps of babies in there.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I'm happy with the Goodeids. Actually, let me...
I love how you stack the rocks up the side there.
Yeah, I wanted to mimic, because the research I did on them, they come from quite a rocky area, and I wanted the bank to be like it was, essentially in nature, even though they've never seen it. You watch these guys go like wolves. They'll all just rip into it at the bottom.
Wow.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah. That's super cool.
And they just attack it. Now, have you had these guys like nip at your hands and arms and stuff? So they're also the fish that, when you put your feet in the water and fish come and eat it. So they should do it here, but they go and they pull on the hairs on your arms, so they'll start to...
They clean you.
Yeah. Yeah, it'll take, once one, sort of starts going, the
So
males
you ever
usually...
just sit here with a beer in your feet in this tank?
I haven't yet, no. No, I need a stool that's a bit higher than that. But yeah, these guys are some of those fish that actually do the cleaning. You watch when the boys get going, see how he grabs and he rips on the hair. Yeah. Sometimes they pull a hair out and you'll see them swim off with their hair in their mouth.
They're like aqua pigs.
And then, then you'll start to get one and they go, oh, that's food. Like if we hadn't put that in there, that'd be all over my hand. But I just love that effect. See, and with the bug buffet, it breaks up so much that they can all eat it. They don't do that. But if you do the green cuisine, well, that's when they turn into, like the pack, and you'll see them ripping around with it. And then one will get, small enough in its mouth and it'll chase the others around. And
it's like a more fun food to watch them eat.
Absolutely, yeah. And it's a great variety too. Like if you feed that, if I put, a dozen pellets in there or more, that's a great feed for them. It's not it's different, obviously, the ingredients in both of the foods. I would still put
I feel like the bug buffet is better for packing on size for these guys aren't getting any food right now.
I would still put bug buffet in the top. I'd let them do that for a while, and then I'd feed these guys. I'd target feed them, and I'd push it into the the plants at the back, because there's babies in there now that are hiding, because these guys do eat their babies, especially these ones here. They'll smash the little ones if they can get to them.
That's an awesome tank, though.
Yeah, look at that going.
It's like a circus down there.
Yeah, it's like soccer.
Yeah, they're all playing soccer.
Yeah, I do exactly what you're doing. Just sit down here, watch them all.
So these are the black line?
They're just normal common bristle. These guys. Oh, the tetras, black line, like the Brazilian black line. Look how many little. I've got little baby lemons in there too. Right under there. Look. That's a new one under there.
Oh yeah. That's so crazy. They can breed in these tanks, bro.
I did not put a lemon tetra in that tank. What's there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
So if you took this blackbeard algae and threw it in the Goodyear tank, how do you reckon it'd go?
Yeah, I think they'd probably nip it. These guys are eternally hungry.
Do you reckon they'd
Always.
clean it all? Like,
I think eventually, yeah. I don't think, they wouldn't. It's probably not going to be their favoured food. But yeah, if you weren't feeding them, I reckon they'd smash it to the point that it was clean. I hate duckweed.
yeah. Do you feed them duckweed too?
No, not these guys. I do to these guys.
These guys get duckweed.
Yep.
The
They get duckweed.
Silosa. What is that?
Pseudotropheus silosi.
Silosa.
So Lake Malawi. They're an Mbuna and supposedly vegetarian, but they will smash any, like you put, blackworms in there or frozen foods, they'll smash them. I do feed them duckweed. There's nothing on top that I can see.
Yeah, so they've eaten it all.
They, I'll put a bit in. This is like sacrilege, for most people, including myself, but
You're kind of on top of your duckweed though.
especially after the last week.
Do you reckon if you fed them frog bit, they'd eat that, or is it too big?
No, I think it's too. I don't think they like the taste. The goldfish won't eat it, even when it's small.
Yeah.
But these guys, the adults certainly like the duckweed. The young ones spit it in and out a few times, but what a good food, and a good way to get rid of it too.
You turn your nitrates into free food.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I love that being more sustainable, like not having to buy blackworms because you're breeding your own mosquito larvae or your own daphnia.
Exactly, and I've been breeding the blackworms for.
You know what I'm going to start doing again is the microcultures.
Yeah.
Like grindleworms and stuff. I reckon would be really useful to have on hand.
Yeah, it's just having the time for me to actually be able to do that on top of everything else. So blackworms are easy. Brine shrimp's not too bad. Mosquito larvae is easy. Just go around and do that each night, But I'd love to be able to have the time to do that as well. I mean, having to work and then YouTube is extremely hard, to have a job and do that. So if I could be, full-time YouTube, I could do all that sort of stuff and, spend the time looking after them and doing all the other things that we want to do.
Yeah. This is the tank from the foyer now.
It is, yeah. Yeah, and I like it because they're just so interactive. I mean, these guys are just brilliant fish,
Yeah, you can look at it any way you want.
Yeah, and I designed it from both sides, obviously, so it's the first thing you see really as you walk out. And it's sort of designed for them to breed as well. They are, they're mouth brooders, but they will spit the babies out. So you've got to have, cracks and crevices. And I don't usually pull the girls out and take the fry. I don't have the time to to try to catch them up. It's the hardest thing. But then if you have enough hiding spots, like that log's completely hollow, but there's some petricola catfish in there.
Oh, yeah.
And then I've got 3 plecos as well, which keep the glass relatively clean. Whenever I have to clean the tank on this, these guys are just all around the razor blade or the...
Trying to eat it.
Yeah, they love it. Yeah, absolutely love it. Yep.
So when you clean it, it's just like that sludge, is it?
Yeah, just the greeny, yellowy sludge. I even get it from the top of the glass and we're on top of the light and it comes down. Oh, the plecos, that's just candy. They love it, yeah.
I noticed that happens. I've got a tank where it drains a little bit because of evaporation.
Yep.
And that film builds up there.
Yeah.
And then, when I fill it back up, I just leave and they just all come up. And
and you can scrape it off, put it onto a plate and let it dry in the sun. And then it's like, you can break it up when it's
algae
dry
wafer.
little algae wafers, which is, essentially what algae wafers are or should be at least.
Yeah. They're not. They're just...
fish meal and...
Yeah, fish meal and wheat germ.
Yeah. Wheat. Yep.
Sorry, Zig.
So
did we talk about... Yeah, so we got 397s. We did all that.
Oh, yeah, they're out now.
Yeah.
You see some little bubbies down there. One just written in the back there.
I set up a pond at home with these in them.
Oh, yeah?
Our Nike and IBC with a breeding colony.
Oh, yeah.
Do you reckon they'll breed?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I reckon the extra water, they'd love it.
Yeah, and they've got infinite green water.
Yeah, yeah. Well, timber is the key there. Finding a piece of timber that they like to eat. Like look at how they've gnawed that to pieces, you know. And
So
that's
what
why
kind
the
of
tank. That's why it looks like it does. I use mostly like eucalyptus hardwood from out the back. Yeah, for me readily available out there, and they love it.
Is this if you went and sucked out all this mulm in here?
Yep.
And you poured that on your veggies, do you reckon that'd be really good?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. All broken down, you know,
Like to feed the
decomposing.
worms.
Yeah. No, I think it's brilliant. I'm going to redo that filtration and actually have them go outside into some bio barrels. I've sort of worked out a way I'm going to do it. That's a common female that I didn't count on really being in there, but she was, so I left her. You can see the babies out here. See the size of those guys there at the back, so they're still breeding quite well. But yeah, I think I'm going to actually, I don't know, I'd maybe take that off the system because that's what makes my 8-footer cloudy.
Yeah.
Because that water goes through the sump and then through the whole system. Look how many babies are still there.
Yeah. It's like we didn't take any. You probably gave me 300.
I'll probably take some of those out as well. But so I think that's that rack pretty much done and dusted. There's all these guys are out now. You see the size of the babies.
I think we're kind of lucky in Australia. We seem to have a really, like a lot of people have peppermints compared to like overseas. I think people find them harder to get for some reason.
Yeah. And they're pretty easy to breed, I think, peps, if you're, going up from common bristlenose or...
So what do you reckon is the trick?
Like any other pleco, just I think water conditions, dropping in, botanicals. I think if you're going to go for fry survival, like I've got my little, fry condominiums there type things, little apartments for the babies to get in.
Just keep them happy.
Yeah, and give the babies somewhere to hide, like because when the adults, bash each other around, I think a lot of fry don't come out to get involved in this stuff when they're feeding.
Yeah.
So what happens is they get, missed out. They miss out on the food, or they get a limited amount. So as all the babies, they need to feed like regularly, a couple of times a day. I think we sort of forget that with the Plex, and I think the babies get bashed around, and then a lot of them starve. Here's that bigger.
You know what I think too? Lots of food.
Oh, there's the other one at the back there as well.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah, lots of food.
I love these. Yeah, you can see the fans.
Yeah.
They don't mess with anything else in the tank. They just clean it, right?
Yep, totally. Yeah, they're fine with the other shrimp. Fine, and the fish are fine with them, vice versa.
Yeah, they're like, oh, I want to get some of these and try them out. Where'd you get him?
Those guys I got from Aquariums Alive when they were open, like a long time ago. I mean, it's...
And they've survived for...
Yeah. I've never really had a problem keeping rifle shrimp alive. They're actually, I think they're quite hardy. And I think because of the amount of silt that's coming from, if you're talking about the flip side of the same coin, what these guys are stirring up and what these guys are stirring up, and some of it's getting through, it actually feeds these shrimp. They're filter feeders. They do like that. Particularly, if I've got extra green water, I just tip it in there because whatever they don't eat, the blue shrimp will.
Yeah.
So it's plus then it goes through the system and it's clean again. But yeah, I think if you're gonna have rifle shrimp, I would definitely have green water to start them off as well. Just give them something that's really nutritious that they can eat really simply, and they're designed to eat that way with their fans. They love baby brine.
Really? Oh yeah, they would, wouldn't they?
Yep. Little hors d'oeuvres for them. So look at this. I love this little dude. He's in there. He's all by himself. He thinks he's a green-bellied tetra.
Yeah.
I wonder what he'll do. I'd like to get them out. In fact, I'd like to get those three out of there and put them all together in one of these tanks. And then I'm sure they'd breed. Well, these guys fighting.
Did Popeye finally pass away?
Yeah, he did actually. Yeah, not that long ago either. Yeah. So he was in all 4 or 5 videos.
Popeye.
Yeah. He's very cool.
How cool is it that I've been able to see the progression of your tanks like into that detail?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
And remember their names. And again, that just goes to prove how awesome I have been for a long time in naming fish. I mean, Popeye, it was just there. It was like boom.
Up there. We need to be sponsored by them.
Yeah, I actually had a subscriber. his wife actually contacted me, and I've got to get back to them. I've just been slack. Say that they've got a whole heap of Cooper's memorabilia and stuff to send to me. They want to send to me, so I thought that was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Be better if Cooper's actually sponsored me, but
Yeah. Yeah. Cooper's fans did.
Okay, so they're a different strain of the 24 carats I've got than the ones I've got outside. You'll see the ones outside are much, deeper colours. But these girls are actually black with gold dorsals and gold tails.
Tuxedo.
Yeah, pretty much. And the others are full gold. So I'm going to put them out into a separate tub and then not mix the genes between those ones. And there's some more red Irian rainbows. They're the spawn of the ones that you gave me.
Yeah.
One of her babies.
Yeah.
And I think there's 3 in there, and I've got another 4 up there actually. This is the dead plants I was talking about.
Yeah.
So Matt Duthie and I did a bonsai tank, and there was 2 swamp cypress in here. And swampies grow fine inside, they grow fine in water, they're actually really hardy plants. But I had like an aphid infestation in the room, and literally the ceiling was covered with aphids. Every night they'd just rip into these guys, but they also ate every last bit. You can still see some of it here, look. So they ate all of the, what's the Brazilian pennywort?
Oh,
So
really?
it was like a wall of it across there, but look at what they did to it.
Wow.
So every single piece of it above, see all down here, look at it's devastation. They just went ballistic. So every single thing above the water was smashed, and everything below, obviously they didn't touch. But what happened is it just destroyed the swampies. They were just, I think, weak, from being repotted and put into that. And I didn't have the grow light for the whole time. But when I got the grow light, that's just a cheap Temu grow light. I think that's $25.
So how does the grow light work? Does it have a different spectrum of light?
Different spectrum. So you'll see it's got red and blue, and then these are T8 fluoros that I've got up there, and then I've got one of the spotlights as well. So I've covered all of the spectrum pretty much.
Okay. So what spectrum would I be missing if I just have floodlight?
The red and the blue.
Red and blue.
Yep. And if you think of what that does,
What does it do?
think of the blue spectrum as what made the red lotus, Chinese lotus flower.
Okay.
So it's missing something unless it gets that particular light. So that mimics moonlight, obviously. Similarly, that would be, I'm guessing moonlight because, or whatever that particular spectrum is, because it's on during the day, and of course over nighttime it's turned off, so it wouldn't get it. So they double it up with the red and the blue. It actually works quite well for the cheap version that it is. So that was, say, I think it was $25 or around that price. But the equivalent here at a hydroponic shop was 170, 175, which was out of my my range. And I thought, well, that's got to be better than nothing. And when I had the swampies in that, they all had new growth. It was growing well. It was padding up, which I had them shaped as bonsais. But the aphids just destroyed them. So this plant here was, if you remember, here.
Yeah.
So I've done a bonsai tank video on moving it from there to there and actually shaping. This is an Australian umbrella tree.
Yeah.
And it's...
Can you grow that from cutting?
You can. Look, I've done exactly that. Funny you should. Here's one I prepared earlier.
Oh, wow. Very cool.
Yep. So that was about the size it was when I got it. And it came from Bunnings. There's actually a black pot in here, which you can see in my video how I put it together. But that black pot, that was just on a rock, just like that. They just wrap that around, here's a rock, for example. And then, if you were to wrap these, you pick your line and how you wanted it to look type thing. And if you were to wrap it around there now, and then I'd put a rubber band on that, for example,
yeah,
that will attach to that, and then that can go anywhere in your scape. So if you have a rock that you're really keen to use and you want to put a cutting on it, all I did literally was just break a bit off, and I just stuck it in the tank, and it's developed those roots sort of naturally. There's another one that I've done. You'll see, you can literally see it was just one of the outgoing leaders.
Yeah.
I cut it. It was just a straight cut. I don't use any of the rooting hormone or anything like that they use to sort of propagate plants. And then, it just sort of grows from there. And what I've done, one of the principles I was trying to to achieve here was to make 3 separate tanks look like 3 separate tanks, but also look like one tank, if that makes sense. So the way I've done that is by putting the same leaf here and the same leaf here. You see the spider plant here, and the spider plant's perspectives, they're all different levels as far as the distances between spider plants over here. And then I've just got a bit of timber that joins the 2 tanks together, yet you can still see they're separate, but they do kind of look joined. So it's that blending the top that goes with it. So that's just full of, I've got Bucephalandra in here. You can see, it's not directly in the light, it's growing well. Hydrocotyl didn't do well. There's a little crypt in here. Monte Carlo. And then the rest of it I've just sort of positioned and then got the perspective right with this size guy. And this is Mr. Zen, by the way. Did I mention I'm really good at naming statues? In fact, I can't take credit for that. That was actually one of my subscribers that said that. Mr. Zen or Mr. Zhao, which one? But I went for Zen because it's pretty cool. So he's reading The Art of War by Sun Tzu. So he's, but the perspective of the tree, so you've got 1/3 here, your center's on 2/3, and then you've got this other 2/3 at the top. So they're loosely following bonsai principles. But again, that's just, I probably put too much thought into it. That's that Christmassy moss that I've got over here. That's that really cool moss. I don't have a whole heap of that.
And then baby angels.
Baby angels, yeah. So they're the 2 that I showed you over there. That's, that's their babies.
Yeah.
And they're just starting to colour up. You see I've got one white dude over here. If I drop food in
Oh,
there.
yeah, you do, yeah.
Yeah, let me just drop a bit of food in there. What's your back there? For 1 tick.
Too bad we don't have the bug buffet.
Oh, yeah, that would have been good.
Such a fool.
Who forgot that? Someone did.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Oh, it's awesome.
I don't look. What food is that?
This is aquamunts. This is
yeah?
the decapsulated brine shrimp, and they love it. It's a really good.
What's decapsulated mean? So they take the shell off the...
Yes, correct. So, and I believe these guys do it in added nutrient water. So when the shell's off, then you've just got the actual crustacean in there. But when I don't have live baby brine, which I don't at the moment, then it's a great alternative. In fact, it's super easy to, it's convenient, really convenient.
Nice.
But they are, a mix of the stripes, the leopard, and whatever that white one is going to be. But I'm really happy. I think they're just the cutest fish. Like when when they're babies, when they go from that sort of elongated fry to having the angel shape, that's when they get cute. And of course, that's just pothos roots.
Yeah, they love it.
It's ideal for them, isn't it?
Perfect.
I've got a couple of peppermint babies in there, like little ones that are doing the cleaning. Did I mention I like to say the word Blixa japonica?
Yeah, there's a Blixa japonica down
Blixa
there.
japonica.
Grows like pandanus.
It's
Like a
really
mini
cool.
pandanus.
Look at how it comes out when it grows
Wow.
like that. There's one that's in the States that we don't have here. I wish I could remember the name of it, but it's an octa something.
Octopus.
Pogostemus. That's the one.
Yeah,
we don't have it here, but that's as close as I can see to it.
Yeah.
And I love that effect. And it's got almost no root structure.
It looks better in real life, by the way. The camera's having a hard time picking up the contrast of what it actually does look like.
Yeah, I love
really good.
I love the shape. So I've taken a heap of bulbitis and stuff out of there. I've got white serpe tetras in there.
Wait, are they white fin ornates? Or white serpe?
That's the fucking second time I've actually said
Really?
that. I call them serpes.
I'm not trying to
They're
correct you,
No,
'cause
no,
I've
you,
just got these and I was like,
no,
"Mate."
you are 100% correct. They are white fin ornates, and I f***ed that up on my channel as well.
I want to breed these so bad.
They are such cool fish, and they are like sharks when they feed. You watch them go. Piranhas. Look at that.
Wow.
That's good to watch.
Do you still have the elephant nose in there?
I do, yeah. He'll come out because he smells that, but he won't eat it. There he is at the back there, just in that log. Yeah. I put mosquito larvae in for him most nights, or blackworms, or I've actually got some frozen stuff. Oh, you come out, there you go.
Are they easy to keep?
They are. I mean, with the exception of you've got to have live food for them.
They only eat live.
Only eat live, these guys.
Will they eat frozen food?
Yes, and they will eat the freeze-dried blackworms. So if I put freeze-dried blackworms in there, he'll come out and eat out of my hand.
So you just need to have frozen food.
Yep. Yep. Live's obviously the
Better.
best food for all fish, but yeah, he hunts. So I'll put mosquito larvae in every night for him. I'm out of the blackworms as well, so I'm going to get them next time I go down to Ross's, and then they fatten up very quick on those ones. This whole space here was bulbitis, so I've just cleaned that out. I've left one, which is how it was originally, but
now you can see the fish.
It's crazy, yeah. I hadn't cleaned the tanks for about a month, so when I was cleaning them last night, I was like, oh, that's right, that was in there. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah.
So I've thoroughly enjoyed doing that and getting it ready. Down the bottom, we've got the main breeding group of Adolphois, 30, 35, 40, I don't know how many's in there.
How often they spawn?
Again, if I drop almond leaves in and do a water change whenever I want them to, if I just do the flush through that I've done.
Oh, they're spawning right now.
Yeah, so I've just done a flush through. There's a chance that I'll get up tomorrow. And that's not an egg there, is it? Or
yeah, that might be an egg. That's a huge egg if it is.
Yeah, don't know. Let's have a look. Don't want to die wondering.
There's an egg here, though.
Yeah, that's an egg. Yeah,
Can I some of these eggs off you?
So today, mate. Yeah, how often they spawn? Yeah, today. What I do like is the Crypt Valencia. So that was one that I took from the 8-footer as a small plant and put it in there, and that was in my shrimp tank, the red Crypt tank, and yeah, it's done that, which I love.
Wow, this is cool.
Way better than Val.
Look at them breed. That's awesome.
I tell you, they know you're coming. They're on their best behaviour, doing all the right things.
Yeah, they do, huh?
Yeah. So you've found 2 sets of babies and some eggs for me. That's pretty cool. Look, another egg here, look.
Yep. I'm half tempted to throw them in the bucket with the...
Yeah, if you want.
Try and hatch them out in Brisbane.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I feel like the reason I'm so set on taking the babies rather than taking adults is that the babies will grow up in my conditions their whole life, so they're more likely to breed as adults.
Yeah, yeah. No, mate, I don't mind.
Cool. A cool tank anyways.
Yeah. Happy with that one. Directly above, mixed rainbows, mixed sorties.
Yeah, and the fattest gadid.
Yeah, and the fattest gadid in the world. There she is. It's Beris.
Beris.
Yeah. Or Beras, depending on how you say it. Again, it's a gift. Now, she's been in there by herself, as in gadids, for 18 months maybe. So I'm going to drop a boy in there, and I'm hoping that they'll pair up, because I'd like to sort of continue her genes on. She's a big fish. I think Harlan was impressed with the size of her, weren't you, Harlan?
It's the biggest one I've ever seen.
Yeah, yeah. And in comparison to the rainbows, she's pretty.
She's up there.
She's up there, and they're happy to see you. Obviously, they've got their colours going.
Yeah.
They're really cool in the afternoons when the sun comes in, and as it gets low, it shoots up there. And so they were just a mixed gift, basically. One of the subscribers said, "Listen, I've got a heap of rainbows. I'll drop off," and he did. So that's There is the world's fattest otocinclus, but I can't see her at the moment. She's in there.
I just love hearing you say that.
That's how the tank's so clean.
World's fattest otto.
Yeah, she'll
How
come
fat?
She's okay. So she'll be as long as the Gadiid.
What?
Yeah, and her full width will be the top of, like, if you looked at the top third width of her, then she'd be about that. She's massive.
I'd love to see her.
Yeah, hopefully she'll come out. It's only the one in there. I've had like 6 in there, and she was the only one that survived.
Chuck some
and has
green
been
in
there
there.
forever. Yeah, I might do that. Up there, that's the.
She's got babies, I reckon, dude.
Oh yeah, she's definitely holding. I can't catch them out though. There's no way known. You can even get close. Like I'm surprised that they even let you film there. Like, they're so elusive, it's not funny. But you see, so the reason, and I breed a lot of them. You can see a lot of the babies. So they're an Alanakara Kubwe, I think it's pronounced. And you'll see this is the only tank that I've got fake plants in.
Yeah.
And these are just Bunnings fake plants. So I've done that, and I've stuffed it all around the rocks as well, because they'll spit their babies into that fake plant, and I get way more survival than otherwise. Drop a few of those in in that top tank, and let's see who comes out. She might come out.
That much. Can I throw the rest in here?
Yep, you can. They won't mind at all.
Oh yeah, they smashed that straight away. Wow. Goodbye pellets.
Yeah, look at the Gadea, she's up there eating.
No surprise.
Nah, look how fat she is.
So,
Okay, so that's the Kubway.
the gold tiger antlers or the firetails are doing good too.
Yep, yeah, I got a heap of them I can bring up for you as well.
Nice.
Tons of endlers, and I've got more endlers down here. These are the gold-headed black neons.
Yeah.
I'm really quite a nice fish, and they're not overly shy. Again, I'll just grab some more food. Geez, it'd be good if I had bug buffet to put in, wouldn't it?
I'm so pissed. I was like, I got to the shop without the key and I was like, oh. The one thing I wanted to do.
So these guys are pretty food aggressive.
Yeah, they are.
Which I love. And I just like them. I think they're a nicer look than the other black neons. I like them as
Yeah.
well, but there's something different about them. And I think it's that they're full black as opposed to that stripe down them on the other ones. So they're gold heads. I did try to breed them. I just let this tank sit there for like 8 weeks or whatever it was. I don't know if I bred them or not, if they ate their babies, and I just ended up sticking them in here. So these are the Matai Cories. I'll drop some green cuisine in there.
Isn't it incredible to see how long it takes for the Aussie botanicals to break down, like the eucalyptus?
Yeah. Yep.
Takes like a year.
Yeah, I love putting in the stuff out of my yard. You know, it's the same stuff I use to generate the mosquito larvae, you know, the tannins and that. And yeah, once let's say I get rid of all of the mosquito larvae out of it, I'll just reach my hand in and grab all of the leftover pre-soaked stuff, and I'll bring it and drop it in here. And they love it, like especially the Cories. This is my gold laser. Again, they should come out at some point in time, but they're breeding in there. That was the tank. Their third batch, I think they were. Maybe fourth, I can't remember
That's
which
incredible.
ones. So, yeah, I'm getting them weekly now. You see there's a couple of white clouds in there?
Yeah.
See them there? So what I did is I grabbed some red root floater when I first put the Acaras in here, and I just stuck it on top and I left it, and I didn't realise that I'd obviously taken it from the tank with the white clouds in it. So I've got 3 baby white clouds that obviously came in and have grown up in there. So, I mean, I breed those pretty easily. But
they're easy to breed, hey?
Yeah. Red tigers in there, fancy tigers. I can't wait to see your video with Glenn actually again. I know what I've got to do. I've actually got the aqua soil and the different substrate now. I've just got to do a swap, but I'll put them into this tank, but I'm letting that.
It might be too hot in here too now.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
I'll need to transfer it across.
Yeah, like that's like 26 or something, 27.
Yep. The room is 29.2 at the moment, so yep, it's probably somewhere in that 25, 26 mark. Black cherries.
Oh, that's set up so nice.
Yeah, I like that one. It's one I don't do a whole heap to, and you can see just again bulbitis. It's
I didn't even notice how good these tanks are starting to look.
yeah, it grows easy for me, like really easy, and then the Sawasatang there. So that's obviously my Ludwigia tank because
This might be my favorite of all your tanks.
Yeah, thank you. Well, the grotto one at the top there that had all the pennywort in it got smashed with the aphids. So, yeah, so that one's there. So look to your right, you'll see the gold lasers out and little baby there as well.
Cute. I got some of these from my shop yesterday. I'm going to breed.
Yeah, they're really cool, but they do love the green cuisine. They brings them out, and you've got a couple of Matais. There's 45 or 50 Matais in there. He's just he's on point. He's coming out to make sure he doesn't, no one gets eaten, and the rest will come out.
They're a weird fish like that. They're very personable.
Yeah. They honestly, they have the ability to coordinate themselves, these guys. That's crazy how they actually do it. Those Adolphois eating those babies, the 2 will come out, and then once the parents are chasing them, the others just feed them.
This tank is so good.
So I've got longfin black tiger barbs,
So
and I'm
lush.
breeding, you probably won't see them, but dwarf pygmaeus cories in there.
Oh yeah, they would be breeding.
They love it. Yeah, there's no dramas about them breeding in there.
Where'd you get this Ludwigia? This is from a creek originally?
I think Matt Duthie might have given me something, a few sprigs of it to begin with. I've got a heap outside as well. But yeah, I've just left this grotto effect. I've talked about it on my channel that I said, look, well, should I pull it apart before Nick gets here? And I went, oh, no, I want to breed these guys. How nice are the black fins?
No, this might be my favorite of them all.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I like that tank. And then that's the other grotto. So that's the original bunch that Matt gave me of the crested. And I'll be expecting him to die. So that's an old. He was dying yesterday, but he was like really old. Look, I've got like the albino in there. See how it's got a white face? Isn't that weird?
Wow.
But they're my green neons, and they just breed in there. They sort of self-replicating. Don't do a whole heap to this tank because I can't really see it. But there's red guppies in there. I've got a tank outside of all males that are gold and red. I know here's Ziggy barking. The sheriff's telling me. But they're mostly females up there. So I'm going to take the red females and stick them with the gold males and just see if I can get these, yellow and red versions of them out there. This is one of my favourite tanks up here.
Well, while they're out, here, wait. These are freaking huge.
Oh, yeah. So they're the CW27s. Yeah, they're a couple of inches each, aren't they?
Wow.
Yeah, they will come back out. They're actually becoming less and less shy. I've bred them before, but I'm not really out to breed them. What I'd like to do, so there's about 12 in there, right?
Yeah.
I'm actually thinking of taking all 12 and dropping them in the 8-footer, and just so I can see them out there. I mean, the Adolfois breed in there. I've got little babies. So, I mean, if they're going to breed...
They'll breed in there. And then you get a tank back.
And I think they're going to... Yeah, that's exactly right. And I think they're going to look great just being a big Corey in there, swimming around,
Then you definitely get... Well, what would you use the tank for if you had it free?
Oh, I've got heaps. So I've had I don't know if you saw the video where my fish were dying.
Yeah.
I lost a ton of fish, particularly the Tanganyikans.
So what was it?
I still haven't worked it out other than possibly an ammonia spike that a few had died and it just like cascaded down. It was on the brink of, being...
What was the condition like? Everything was up on the surface of the water like...
No, I just find a body here and then might
have been a disease.
I lost maybe 50 multis. I had 50 similis. I've got 1 pair left and 2 males. So I lost them all pretty much. I had a dozen sunspot brevis. I've got 1 pair left. And my purple lay lupi had 15 of them. I've now got 5. So it only affected the Tanganyikans. All the other fish that are on the same water didn't affect them. Didn't affect the Malawis.
I think it's just a very specific disease.
It was very specific. It just smashed the Tanganyikans. And people have been great on in the comments.
Drops or something too?
I checked everything. It was spot on. Like this is 8. 8.2, no ammonia, no nitrates.
That's probably why these aren't spawning
nothing.
as well.
Yeah, well, they're not on the sump. So they're standalone. So this is about 7. So it's still not right. But I haven't got botanicals in here. Yeah. And again, I'm not really trying to breed. Like you see the Mattai's out again. But if I drop I think this one when I had botanicals in it was roughly about 6. But I need to do that to get them to breed. And then little Corys.
I love these. These aren't talked about enough, the pencil fish.
No, they're one of my favourite fish. People don't sort of like them, I guess, because they're not as colourful. But I kind of think they're like the Chinese mountain minnows that when you actually watch the fish, you realise that it's, they're actually quite spectacular and they do the sparring, which, they'll size up to each other, the boys. So they're breeding in there. I've got a few babies. I think there's 2 or 3 in there, little ones. And they are the fish there. There's one at the front there. They are the fish that live and breed with apistogrammas. So I think if you really, want to set up a biotope and get your apistos to breed, then certainly drop the pencil fish in. And you'll find them, they're actually really entertaining. I got the green emerald Corys up there, the Brocus.
As well.
Yeah, they'll come out a bit after you they're a little bit shy, but getting better.
They're cool. They're like big.
Big Corys, yeah. Not as big as the CWs, but
There's another tiny baby there.
Yeah, cool. I love breeding fish like that.
Me too.
Yeah, just, completely natural.
So these black ocellatus?
Black ockies. So I lost about 6 of those guys, maybe 7, but I've got probably 6 or 7 left.
How do they go breeding? Because mine still haven't bred. Do they just take a long time?
Yeah, it's again, it's the trigger. I think a water change and a higher pH, and I find they like lots of flow. Funnily enough, it's one of those things that if I've got no flow, then they're not as happy. They're not as, the boys aren't as boisterous, and they don't, get out and do the things they do. So you see, that's why I've got that air stone in there doing what it's doing. But I've also got some Capilli Gold Giulidochromis in there. So that's not ideal if you're trying to breed them. I didn't realise that those were in there. I've also got another tank which is cactus, but it's got Capilli Gold. So the Giulidochromis weren't affected by whatever the disease was.
Weird.
I've got every one of them.
So, what, do you just have to get the conditions right and they'll start breeding?
I think so.
Should mine be breeding by now? Am I doing something wrong?
No, I mean, it's probably somewhere about now they should start to breed, but another 6 to 12 months. So they do take some time to get their territories. And I think you need a heap of shells, like a heap, and give them options. And then when you notice that they're starting to bury the shells, the other ones they don't want to use, and they really particularly, I guess they'll choose 2 or 3 of them, and then they'll get down to 1, and then they'll both be in the same shell. So it's the shell size and type is really important. I've had them with, for example, the mystery snail shells. They won't breed in those at all, but they'll breed in those ones that I get from the cheap shop.
Oh, they won't breed in the mystery snail?
No. Haven't had one success over how many years I've been breeding. They've never bred.
Oh, that's what I'm doing wrong.
Yeah,
there we go.
Yeah, well, these are the ones from an ocean shell, which
Okay.
again, calcium.
I'm hopping on
and
Temu after we pause, and I'm going to buy some.
Yeah, I can tell you which ones to buy, and then, mate, I think that's a
And then
massive
the Chinese
key.
government can just have my data
Yep,
for some shells.
I'm sure they've already got it.
Oh, yeah.
So they're black ockies down there as well. So I've got the 2 tanks. I'm not going to run the risk of, and there's a pair and 3 babies in there.
Nice. Oh, well, I reckon once I get those shells, I'll be on fire.
I reckon too. Yep.
Thanks for that advice. Isn't it crazy? That's all you need.
Yeah.
One person to give you the tip.
Just one thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Into the cove?
Into the cove. So start up there if you want to stick on the tang. So I've got Ornata pinus. I've got 2 pairs in there that survived.
These.
Girl there, boy there.
Caesar Shelley as well.
Yep, shell dwellers as well. Pretty aggressive little suckers.
Yeah, I remember they used to bite you.
Some Cyptochromis, the black bee. So I've still got 2 boys and a girl.
Nice.
And then that's my
So what's the tang?
my crypt tank. Yeah, I'm going to drop some green cuisine in because they love it. And they will come out. Yeah, there's a heap of shrimp in here. But I took the crypt Valencia out of it, which is the one over there. Yeah, they do. They're just growing so well. Now,
are you fertilizing or anything? No.
No. The red Chinese lotus hasn't flowered, but my next thing I'm going to do is get a nightlight, a blue nightlight, and put up here and test my theory out and see if it is actually the blue light that does it.
I'm going to try that out too for you.
Yep.
Then we can have 2 people figuring it out.
Wouldn't it be good? Then we know how to get them to flower. And then you've got to look at them at night.
Yeah.
It's probably going to be an orange colour. I picked the oranges out of these ones. There's another orange there.
Yeah.
I don't cull the reds, whatever they are, light red, dark red. I don't care. I'm not, I'm trying to sell them, but I do pick the orange out because I like them to be in a species only tank for the orange. I got some really cool orange shrimp. I love the way the little bubbies just rip around. So they can smell that. They've just got to find it.
It's also when the females start releasing like a hormone, they go nuts too. You see all the males running around your tank.
Yeah, do a water change and then the girls get ready to breed. They go from being saddled to buried, and that's when they actually fertilise the eggs. So that's look, I've got a few orange and there's a couple of them coming out almost parallel to each other at the top.
Also just
and that's a wassa tang. That's just like soccer ball size type
beautiful, bro.
thing I got in there. And then I like the Nana Petite Anubias. Actually, that's what I didn't show you on the other tank. I'll show you when we walk back there. I've got all this Anubias growing out the top that's just gone nuts. Same crypt. I love the height. I love the colour of it. Yep. Wendy Eye, whatever they call it.
Whatever it is. I saw you rescape this.
Yeah, Mr. Bojangles is in there.
Yep.
He's the ghost knife. You won't see him. Even when I come out of a night time, he tends to hide. He loves that. He just adores that tank. But and I got blue shrimp in this one with some Sirius stone, and I'm going to escape it. It's been like that forever. But the pothos has just gone nuts in there, and the shrimp love it. So I haven't got around to doing that yet.
So cool.
Similis over
Oh,
there.
yeah. So you lost quite a few.
Oh yeah, unfortunately, that's the pair is over on this side. There's a boy and a girl.
I'm going to do some low boy tanks in my new room. Mm-hmm. When you come and check it out, let's talk about maybe some of the things I should try.
Yeah.
If you got any cool ideas for those tanks?
Yeah. Oh, look, I love Shelley's in low boy tanks. Like, that's not a low boy, but this is a sump.
Well, yeah, it's
it was a sump. But this has been a fantastic tank for me.
Mine are even lower than this. They're only 20 centimeters. So like,
Oh, okay. Yep.
maybe not. That could work. I don't know.
They come from really deep water, funnily
That's the
enough, and we
problem,
stick them
isn't
into shallow tanks. But I found this height, no probs. They love it. I bred, these guys tons of times. Just humidity in here. I bred them, like for years and years and years. And luckily, I didn't lose too many. I mean, I'd say 50, but out of what is probably 300-400, it wasn't, as devastating as it could be. Oh yeah, see Crabby at the back there in the right-hand corner.
Oh, you set him up.
Yeah.
Is he doing better since the heat's been up?
That one's a girl, so yes. And again, you didn't mention how cool that name was, like Crabby. Like, who would have thought of that? Like, that's an awesome name for a crab, right? So I can even do it with crabs. That girl spends, I reckon, half the day out of the water.
Yeah.
And then she comes down here overnight. Some of the humidity and the condensation.
It's crazy.
Yeah, then she will sit down here and I drop green cuisine in and she puts both her claws up and does the whole crabby thing and sits there. I actually took some footage last night just in case she didn't do it tonight. I can send to you, but she just sits there and just munches like, she goes, just feeds it into her face. It's classic. So she's doing really well. I'm actually thinking of putting her outside in like a tub with a real sandy beach because they like to get up and burrow into it and maybe getting a male for her. Just to see if I can. I don't know if you can breed them.
Yeah, might need.
But I'd like to try or at least give her that that space and time outside in the sun because she enjoys coming out of the water, and I reckon she like anything would like to have the sun.
This humidity is crazy. Everything's
Yeah,
falling up.
I'll open the door. So this I'm going to bomb this tank because I need the tank space. But there's Juliet chromis in like heaps. I didn't lose any of the capilli golds, and they're sunset platies. Do you need heaps of them?
No, I was actually going to bring some
I'm
up
sure
for
you
you.
are.
Yeah.
My platinum, I don't know, they're, what are they? Blue topaz guppies.
Yeah, no, yeah.
I love those
Yeah, blue
guppies.
topaz.
I'm going to get them out in the sun.
Yeah, that's where they look better.
Yep.
Wow.
And then the other tanks, so this has just got red cherries. This is where the sunspot brevis were that died. I'm going to actually just make all 4 of these for fry grow outs, just clean them out so that I can just get in, get out, scoop in, not have a massive drama trying to get them out. And the Kmart tanks are just that little bit too small.
Yeah.
And I think that's going to do better. I've got the black and white Dalmatian platies over there that need to go outside. Again, I'm just going to do a summer tubbing video of some sort, and we talked about that yesterday. The lay lupis are looking all right in that tank up there. There's the 4, 5 of them.
So they're all in consolidated now.
They are, yeah. This is a girl over here, thankfully. And she's got the purple gene, of course.
Yeah.
And the others, there's 2 boys, and they've got the purple gene. There's that little one, and there is another girl somewhere.
I love their lips.
Yeah. I don't swear. I don't drink, and I don't swear. But I did. I did when I found out that I had some disaster going on. So yeah, that's the 4th one there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Yeah.
Nice.
Thankfully, it stopped.
Yeah.
And
I reckon it was a disease.
yeah, quite possibly, bro.
I think it was
quite
a disease,
possibly.
man.
Is Crabby still up there? Did I mention her name? This is what I was going to show you. This looks like the Spaphyllum over there, but check that out. That's Anubias.
But this is an Anubias.
Yes, look at it growing out the water. Isn't that cool?
Oh.
And then underneath,
How weird.
It's still small. Like, look at that.
Yeah.
And then it's gone out of the tank and up and through there. And this is Anubias as well. This, look, from underneath the water.
So much we don't know about Anubias.
No.
It's just slow growth.
I've never seen it like that shaped leaf
Blue light.
underwater. Blue light, yep, correct. Yep. Yeah, that was a, and look at this Anubias. How's that for a piece of Anubias hanging off here? And then the roots that are hanging down there. I'm going to take that out, but I thought I'd save that and show you how cool that was.
Yeah, it's neat. Very cool.
I think we've sort of pretty much covered the room.
I think we've done every tank.
Yeah.
We've got these little ponds and stuff here. But
yes, we've got those little babies out there, which we'll open the door and show you. Brutus is in his position as he does. So I'll open that door up.
So, keeping fish in any space we can now.
Yeah, my Gadids in the foam box. So I love the light actually coming in there. You'll see there they're the babies. Oh look, I've got red cherry shrimp in. I didn't know I had with Gadids.
Yeah.
I don't know how they got in there. So they're growing up really nicely. So they're the same as yours, the ones that I gave to you and Harlan last time. The shrimp. I didn't think shrimp would actually live with those guys. Quite a few there though.
Wow.
So they're like a second version, so I didn't lose them as far as colony's concerned. They're supposed to be platinum blue, but there's a few in there with red tails, so I've actually pulled them out, and I've got them in the other tub outside, actually, just some random males. But then you'll see there's some really straight blues, which is how they're supposed to be.
Yeah.
The red tail's nice, so they're just a nice guppy. These are the 24 carats that I've got in my outdoor tank, which I'll show you. But they're the girls don't go black; they go gold.
Yeah.
And that's just the few that I couldn't catch out, which have bred for me in there. There is a whole heap of sorties, mixed sorties in there. Just really nice sorties. Different, there's kohakus and
Whatnot, yeah.
like there's ones that are full orange at the front and half orange. Sorry, 50-50, you see them come out orange and then white at the back. So
I love how you're just keeping them in the tub, so...
Yeah, just I've got nowhere else to put them. So every one of those, I'm selling all those. Basically just to get the tubs off the floor and get them out of there. I'll show you the outdoor pack actually. Grab your beer and walk
Yeah,
out.
let's do it. Let's go.
Sheriff's asleep out there on duty.
All right.
All right.
This is a cool idea, isn't it?
Yeah, it was out of necessity because I had I had termites in that area and I had to move the tank out the way and I didn't have anywhere to put it. And I had that stand actually up in in the greenhouse up the top that was on the cover, and I thought, well, it won't be here for a long time. It'll just, a month or so. It's been that now. But the guppies have just done so well out here. I love it. And that's where the other cories are. Like there's at least 30,
outdoor
40 cories in there. They don't come out during the day, especially in the sunshine. But I'll show you actually from up top when we do put some green cuisine in. And
lots of babies
so
too.
many babies in there. I'll drop some green cuisine in now because they'll the guppies will certainly eat, but it might bring the cories out.
That is a cool idea, huh? How's the flow hive going?
Yeah, really good. It'll be chocolate. I've got to actually harvest some honey.
How much honey are you getting out of it?
I always get 3.5 kilos per frame when I harvest, and you can do that every week, really. Especially in summer, they'll just keep on.
So in summer, you're getting 3.5 kilos a week of honey.
Yeah, for a few weeks, a few months, maybe even.
Wow.
It might take the cories a while to come out, but you see there's some little younger ones. We've got some big ones in there too. The best view of this tank is sitting up here.
Oh yeah.
And I sit up there in the morning and
watch
it's just great. And you see the cories swim as a whole school, like all 30 or more will just go right across here. And at night time, so I have the outside lights on out here, so it's just dimly lit, and that you just see the cory action.
Wow.
It's a cool tank, huh?
Yeah, it's awesome. Next to the aviary is really neat too.
Yeah, I haven't done a outside tank before, so I thought, why not?
Out of necessity.
Yeah, out of necessity. Bonsai on top as usual, and pothos.
Cool.
That frog bit's really good frog bit too with the...
It's growing in like nicely.
Yeah, no duckweed anywhere, which is brilliant. And yeah, I love the fineness of those leaves.
Yeah. And
the roots for the shrimp.
It's so good for keeping tanks clean, to be honest. It does help a lot.
And it keeps it cool. Like it's in the sun here. I mean, what are we today?
33.
33 in the shade. So and that tank water's not overly hot at all. It's comparable to in the room.
Yep.
And I do get occasionally, and I just thought I saw a red one. So I'll pull him out with that little red touch on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been pretty strict with those ones, just keeping the line going as clean as possible. And this is the other wood we get. So this has got orange shrimp in this pond. I don't do any to it, of course. But you can just see it. What like that's what's in it. That's that, and I don't feed it. So, and there's a heap in there, but I'm going to actually pull all of that out and probably just make it a and just put a pot plant or something back in there because it's too hard to maintain. And then I've got the ponds going in there. You can see some guppies in there. I've got birds breeding, so I can't go in there at the minute. But they've got the 2 ponds, and I run them from under here. So the water flows out, and then I've got a bio barrel in the garbage bin there.
Yeah.
So that's all bio media. You see I've got an outlet at the bottom there to clean it out, and it overflows into this chamber here, into this tub. And then I basically just got a pump sitting in there, and it's lid on it, and this is the like the settling chamber where the pump is. It's just all full of water and pumps it straight back up into the 2 waterfalls, and out it goes. So I don't have to to clean or worry about those.
And the birds drink from it and bath in it,
Birds,
probably.
yeah, every morning, doesn't matter hot or cold, they'll be out there and they bath every single day in it. Yeah.
Wow. Very cool. Cool, and we want to go to the other ones around the other side?
Yeah.
Let's do it. I'm keen to see these.
Yeah,
as well.
I literally haven't had the time to do any to them, so you're going to see them exactly as they are.
There's the room.
Some B-roll later when the sun's sort of back out onto these ones.
Yeah.
I love this pond. So these are the Dumbo ears, the tricolours, the guppies, and it's a mass of red cherry shrimp. Like just you can see here, look at the. I've got a heap of really shrimp in there, red, white, red. I'm so stoked with them. And I haven't pulled them out yet. I'm going to make a tank, but I don't have one set up for them. So when I do, I'm going to actually have, hopefully, I've seen about half a dozen, at the one time in there. So
Is this Java moss there?
it is, yep. Yep, so I just planted it. So I hung it off the bottom here.
Yeah.
And then what I do is I just sort of smear it on so it sticks, and then I splash a bit of water onto it, and then eventually it sort of gets to be terrestrial type stuff. But look at how, that's what it's like underwater, how long it is. It gets here, but when it gets on top, it gets all like a lawn.
Yeah, it's weird. It, like, mows itself.
Yeah, and this is Amazon sword.
Yeah, I remember that last time.
Echinodoros, I think they're called. Here's another. The red.
Yeah.
Yeah, and little bubbies floating around as well. So that's probably one of my faves. And then we've got this here is, I've got my gear going over here. Stand somewhere. Yeah, this is all swordtails as well. So I'm pulling these 2 tubs apart. But what I do, you talked about growing val. I've got like a massive val.
Oh, wow, yeah.
In here, and I've got it flowing just with the airflow, like the bubbles here, and then I sort of keep this section open as much as I can with the flow. But again, I've got just a massive, really cool frog bit if you're after frog bit, and then I've got there are a couple more of the Amazon swords underwater, but these are all swordtails.
It's a swordtail pond.
Yeah, swordtail pond, hundreds in there. But I'm pulling this tub down and this tub down to move across to the other side.
Yeah.
This one's my goldfish.
So they don't like frog bit?
No, this is grasshoppers that have been doing this too.
Oh, the grasshoppers are so bad right now.
But I got some big goldfish in there.
Big dogs.
See, it's cool you can do that with that phone.
Yeah, he's kind of cool, huh? I'm just cooling it down, to be honest. Nice.
So there's some really nice ones in there. In fact, Matt Duffy gave me a few of those guys as well. So this is, I've put this out because on a day like today it needs to have some coverage. When it's 42 degrees here.
Yeah, they're getting cooked. Yeah.
Cooked. Pardon me. So over here you'll see the Chinese white clouds. And I breed tons and tons and tons. That's where I pulled that. I just pulled some, 3 bits of red root floater out, and I stuck it in the Akara's tank, and that's where it came from with the babies. But don't they look good with their fins up?
They're just like flaring around in the sun.
Yeah.
The red root floaters are real good job there too.
Yeah, it's going well. I've got this stuff. If
you have any hints, like, for growing that stuff? I've struggled with it a little bit.
Don't try to get all duckweed off it because the duckweed just sucks the life out of the nutrients out of the water. But yeah, that's been. See, they're both in the sun, but this stuff is actually, you'd say part shade, which you'd think the opposite, that'd be redder than this. I don't know why that's so red there, but it is what it is. And all I did was take some out of there and put it in here, and it's gone to that colour. I would have thought the opposite, but anyway, it's beautiful when it goes to that colour. And I mean, it's called red root floater, but which because of that obviously, but it's so red on top. I mean, that's a really deep red for it, So hard to wash every individual piece though to get the duckweed off it.
What's the smell, by the way?
Oh yeah, they're good. You've got a good nose. That's all the chicken poo. So you see I've got a heap down here.
Yeah.
So what I did is this tub that's empty over there, I just had my baby chickens in it because when you get crows, and the crows actually came down because he didn't do his job. He was chasing the ball instead of chasing the crow, and it got one of my babies. So yeah, so I put them in that, and I put a fly screen over the top and a bit of iron, and I grow them up from there in there. Yeah. Until they're big enough to go out to the back, which you'll see out there. So these guys are got a couple of little babies in there, gold dust platies. I'll go this side so you're out of the sun. It's a really, crappy, sludgy pond, but I'm encouraged because Lucas Brett's has got similar types of things, all natural style, and they do brilliant. Well, these guys haven't bred a whole heap for me, but what I have got is just, amazing shrimp in here. Like, look at the size of this girl. Is she buried there maybe? So I've got a heap of them this size. The shrimp just go nuts. Absolutely nuts in here. So I haven't bothered to change too much. And that, like down the bottom, that's still cold. At the top, it's quite warm. And I find the fish do sit at the top. They do like the sun. The shrimp obviously go to the bottom. But yeah, that's a really great sort of cherry shrimp tank.
Nice.
Mixed Medakas. I didn't have a whole heap of success because of the, the dragonfly larvae.
Yeah.
Smashed my oranges and some of the blues. So I put one of each in here.
Yeah.
Oranges, tigers, whites, platinum blues. And that's the result. I got babies everywhere.
It's genetics.
Look at them.
Yeah.
Let them chasing. See how they're chasing the baby?
Yeah.
So they do.
They're predatory.
Yeah. But like even over here, I've got so many, it's not funny.
Yeah, there you go. You can see them now.
Out they come.
Well, it's a hot day, huh?
It is.
Camera's like turning into a little oven.
So I just have, you see the blue Medakas in here. Surprisingly enough, there's 4, 2 pairs in there, not a baby.
Yeah.
I mean, what's the difference from that to that?
No.
Mutt guppies and my Anubias that I'm growing outdoors. Wow. That larger leaf Java's too hot here for it, so I'm going to take that inside. These guys are the paradise fish, so they're some of my faves in here. But they are, what I love about them is their personality. So I'm trying to see, I think this is a boy, but you'll see there's a couple of girls, like I think they're fatter, and they tend to be the ones that are getting chased. But they are, like, they're fish that do not...
Have you bred them yet?
No. See, that one there, I think, is a female. See how fat she is?
Yeah.
So, but look at and then your difference between the males.
Take a male and a female and put them in a bucket, I reckon.
Yeah, well, I'm going to definitely try to breed them because I'm enamored with them. They are... what fish will allow you to do this over and over and over again? They don't care. They actually love to be, around you. So, some of my faves. I think I've got 6 in there of the 8 that I had. This is the koi guppies. Now, if I just move it, they'll all come out because I think they're going to get fed. But I've got a ton of babies in there. And they're really nice colours. See how distinct the boys are?
Yeah.
Happy with them. Pardon me. This is a mixed cherry shrimp tank. Tons of really shrimp in here of different sorts. And I've got some Vietnamese white clouds in there. Really quite elusive. Look how nice the Java moss is down the bottom there.
The sweat's pouring off me now.
Panda cories and golden white clouds.
How are the panda cories going?
Mate, I'm almost certain they're bred in there. It's either a whole heap of baby pandas in there or a whole heap of tadpoles, small ones. There's a heap swimming around on the bottom. So I think they're bred because all the rain we've had, they just went nuts. So they were just up and down, when it was, pissing down rain. I've got your beer in there.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Wow.
I think they're doing really. I love that tank. It's really crystal clear water. I've got the flow going through it. There's the golden white clouds coming out now, and it works really well. The pandas are loving it outdoors. I'd love to have tubs like that I could put cories in each summer. If you lived somewhere like in Florida where you'd have them outdoors.
Yeah.
all year round.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you can see now with the heat why I do the old Bunnings umbrella.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they just cook.
Well, is that everything?
There's one more tub over there, which I will just give you a quick squiz at, which is orange Madakas, but it's full of bloody tadpoles, I think. So I'm just going to pick the Madakas out.
Oh, yeah, over here, yep.
Yeah, so it's quite a nice one, but look at all the bladderwort and all the stuff in there. You'll see a few little bubbies. On top, there's one there of the Madakas. So I'm just going to pick there's another one over there. I think I'll clean them out. There's just too many tadpoles. I don't like the bladderwort.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to put a fly screen type netting over the top next time because I know I've got dragonfly.
Yeah, no, they can still get through that, the dragonfly.
Yeah. So, and then that one's just a tub full of timber, mostly underneath, and that's just all naturally grown in there.
Very pretty though.
I don't remember putting any of that in there.
Wow. Lace fern.
The large duckweed.
And there's a spider there, yeah.
Yeah, there's a tadpole half frog there. But there's a heap of timber in there as well. I just drop it in, look, you can see. Don't know what that one is. Let's have a look at that. I haven't seen this one for a while. Oh yeah. I remember that one. So yeah.
Who put all the holes in it?
That was one of the ones that one of the subscribers dropped off and gave to me, and then this stuff grows well outside if you've got
foxtail,
foxtail. I mean, look at that you take that and stick that into an aquarium straight away. It looks brilliant.
Well,
not hard to do.
We wrap it up here?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're pretty much
we're done.
Pretty much done.
Thank you so much again.
My pleasure.
And we'll see you guys in the next video.
Yeah, thank you.
Check out Adrian's channel as well, by the way.
Yeah, that'd be awesome if you would, if you like it, come across and watch the antics that I get up to in this place.
Cool. All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. See you guys.
Awesome.
Very cool.